Hello guys, I hope you are doing fine today. So I will present you a new cool Bacula feature, which is the TOTP authentication plugin. So this video is about 5 minutes and we will install Bacula, then configure the TOTP access and use it. So let's go. So first of all, we need to download the keys in order to install properly the packages that are available for Debian, Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, and so on. So now we have this key that is publicly available on the website. We need to install it for Debian. Okay, so it's a matter of converting the key to a special format and then to copy this key in the etc apt directory. So now we can configure the source for the package installation. So normally you subscribe on the website, you get an URL, and then you can use it more or less that way. So now let's install the Bacula director. So in this process, everything is more or less automatized. Okay, you have just to press enter a couple of times and it will handle all the silly part with the database, which is PostgreSQL by default. Okay, we can see now that Postgres is initialized and the packaging system is going to ask us a few questions where you can just press enter by default unless you want something very specific. And here we are. The director is up and running. So now we will install the TOTP plugin. Okay. And once it's done, here we can connect. Okay, so the director is up and running, and well, you can start with the default configuration. Okay, so now what we will do is to configure the director. So everything is done through the bacula.conf. So the first thing to do is to enable the plugins for the director, which is not something we will find by default. So here just point in the director resource, the directory plugin, and then what we need is a restricted console. So restricted console is a very powerful way to control the access to the director. So here you can see an example. So we need a strong password, something that will not be easily guessed. We need to enable the plugin for this particular console. Okay, and we need a set of SELs. Here we more or less enable authorized everything, but you know, it's up to you to define a smaller scope. So here we can reload the director, but what we need to do exactly is to restart the director in order to take the console, the plugin in action. So here what we do is to define the other part of the access, which is the bconsole.conf. So in this file you will find the director password and the console name and the console and the director name. Okay, and this file will be used to access the TOTP part. Okay, so we can find the same strong password that we saw before. The name secure is important as well. Here this is the name of the director, something quite important. You need to have the same one on both files. Here we have an address, so here in this test is localhost, but of course it's more or less designed to be used remotely. all communications are encrypted with TLS, so don't worry, you can go ahead. So here we restart the director, and we will access the first time the console. So the first time we access it, we have a QR code that you need to scan with your cell phone, with a Google Authenticator or something similar. Then every minute you will get a code, and you need to enter this code in order to access the console. Okay? So keep this secret on your cell phone, and you will have access to the director by typing this code all the time. So you need two important information: the bconsole.conf, that is a file on your home directory, something you need to protect with the proper permissions, and you will need the app to enter the code. That's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks to use Bacula. Bye bye.